So, what is a functional analysis, or also known as an FA? So, a functional analysis is a type of assessment used to determine the function of the problem behavior a person is engaging in. So, what we really want to look at in a functional analysis is what happens right before the behavior, or also known as the antecedent, and what happens right after the behavior, which is also known as the consequence, to determine the why behind the problem behavior. Once we are able to determine the why, we can begin to think about what interventions would be the most helpful for this person. Okay, so there are a couple of different conditions in a functional analysis. We'll go in depth on each of these, but just for an overview, we'll start with there's one control condition, and that is the play condition. And then there are four test conditions. There's attention, alone, escape, and tangible. And in each of these conditions, there is a motivating operation for the person, as well as a probable source of reinforcement for the behavior of interest. Each condition is presented separately from one another, so we're not combining any of these together. We want to keep them separate. And problem behavior is recorded each and every time it occurs throughout the different conditions. Okay, so our control condition is our play condition, and this one is so much fun. You get to allow the learner to play and have open access to all their preferred items and activities. You engage with the learner, you play, you make yourself fun. There are no demands placed on the learner in this condition. And if problem behavior happens to arise, either ignore it or redirect it indifferently. Um, Problem behavior is very low in this condition as the learner has everything that they want and that they prefer. Okay, now we're going to get into our test conditions. So attention is the first one we'll talk about. In the attention condition, you will be giving no attention to the learner in this condition. Attention is going to be contingent on problem behavior. So just let them do their thing. And if problem behavior does arise, they receive attention in the form of a mild redirection and scolding, but I use that word very loosely because, again, we do want to keep that calm, cool, and collected um, manner about ourselves. So you can say, like, don't do that, please stop. Um, and if problem behavior, I'm sorry, and problem behavior in this condition generally does mean that it's maintained by social positive reinforcement. So that they like attention and they would like that attention on them. Okay, the next condition we're going to talk about is the alone condition. The learner is alone in a room with little to no stimuli. So no toys, no people, no work tasks, no demands. And as in the play condition, if problem behavior does arise, ignore it and redirect indifferently or neutrally. So problem behavior in this condition generally means it is maintained by automatic reinforcement, and automatic meaning that there is no external stimuli impacting the behavior. So this can look like stimming, hand flapping, rocking, those types of motions. Okay, in the escape condition, the therapist delivers tasks in three steps. For example, put the red block on top of the blue block. Then you model the task, and then you hand over hand assist for the task. If problem behavior does arise, the learner is given a break from the task and all materials are removed and processed. So problem behavior in this condition generally means it's maintained by negative reinforcement. So they want to be done with the task. They want to do the thing. Okay, so for our tangible condition, we give the learner access to their most preferred item or activity for a bit of time, about 30 seconds to a minute, and then say, oh, it's going to be my turn, or something similar, and then take the item or take over the activity. Once they give up the item or activity, they have access to neutral or less preferred items and activities. So we're not taking away everything, just their highly preferred item or activity. Now, if problem behavior arises, the most preferred item or activity is immediately returned to the learner. Problem behavior in this condition generally means it is maintained by access to tangible items.